Okay. So what we love to do, and we will be hosting these working Zooms. Amber and I will pretty much through November, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So just check and ask us. But on this Zoom link, that's kind of what we'll do. It gives us an opportunity, what you can expect in this hour together. If you can stay on the hour, if you can't, we understand. But what you can expect is we're going to teach you how to network on social media, right? How to build connections, how to utilize the connections that you already have to, solve some pain points, which is with the Thrive experience or with the business. So we're going to sort of guide you through that. How it works is we will set a timer. We'll tell you like what to go and do. And then we'll set a timer. I will give some explanation because I know a lot of people are like, I don't know, I'm brand new to this, and that's okay. If my explanation isn't, good morning, Amy Ann. If my explanation, you're still confused, please like drop in the chat or unmute yourself and ask, okay? Because I guarantee you that we've been doing this a long time. And so sometimes I leave out details that are basic, right? So you guys just ask any sort of questions, but these are basic, the way that Amber and I like to build our business without spamming, without being cold message, but authentically having conversations with people, just like you're at a networking event or you're at a party at your local neighborhood, things of that line. So that's how we'll sort of coach and teach you. These things that we're doing, these are great to do any time of day. So one of the things that I will do is if I'm like, in carpool line, like going to pick up my kids and I have to get there 20 minutes early, so I'm not at the end of the line, I have 20 minutes. I will sit on my phone and I will do one or two of these things, right, while I'm sitting there, because they are income producing activities. And most of them are pretty mindless, and you get to kind of scroll and have fun on social media and talk to people. So we're going to do this. We're going to spend time on Facebook during this. And if you, like I said, if you have questions, I'm going to set the timer when we go about it. But if you have questions, ask them. If you don't have questions and I'm answering someone else's question, just continue to work. Okay. If you know what you're doing, just continue to work, because I don't want to like throw you off. So, all right. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our Facebook. The timer I'm going to use is for 7 minutes. So we'll do this activity for 7 minutes and we'll go off. We'll do another one. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to go to your homepage. I want you to look at the top of your screen where you have stories. Okay. One of the tips that we like to teach is you scroll all the way to the right, because you may or may not know this about stories, but the stories that pop up are usually the people you're engaging with the most, or maybe those are the stories you watch. So if you scroll all the way to the right, as far as you can, I have a ton of people that have stories, so I may not get all the way to the right, but scroll as far as you can and watch those stories first and kind of go backwards, if you will, because these are the people that you generally probably don't ever see their stuff, right? And if you don't see their stuff, they're not seeing yours. So what we want to do in these stories is we want to go into their story and we want to, check it out. If you know this person, you know exactly who this person is, then and you know what sort of interaction you have or you haven't had, then that's great. You can just comment from a story and be genuine, y'all. Be you. If this is not somebody that you want to talk to, don't talk to them. Okay. Like, you get to choose who you want to serve and who you want to help. So for example, I'm looking at someone's story right now. I know the name, but I don't actually really know how I know her. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to watch her story. She's posted about some sort of KitchenAid that she's excited her husband bought her. And then she is talking about like baking. Okay. So I actually don't know how I know her. So I'm going to take an extra second. I'm going to click on her profile and I'm going to go and look and say like, oh, okay, we have 29 mutual friends. Most likely she's probably either local, like I know her from local, or from my hometown, right? And then I'm going to go into the messenger and I'm going to see what sort of communication. And I haven't communicated with this person one time, and it was 2020, but I know how we're connected now. We're in a Facebook group together because was our own one and only message, right? So now when I go back to her stories and I see her KitchenAid mixer, like I automatically think this KitchenAid mixer, I've never had one of these. I'm not a huge baker. I know she has kids, so I'm probably going to relate to her something like that, because that would be a conversation if she were standing in front of me and we were talking about this mixer, I would have. The entire purpose of doing this is to generate a conversation, right? To have a conversation with someone just like you were face to face with them. Now, if you see someone, you know, and you know them, you can go on and ask a question. If it leads to the Thrive experience, you know, great. Like, you want to try to talk about Thrive, but don't make it icky. Do what feels right for you. We certainly don't want you going in there and be like, thrive with me, buy my product, join my team, right? Like, that's what we don't want to do. All right. So you guys, let me know if y'all have any questions. And here's the last thing I will say is, during this 7 minutes, if you're like, oh my gosh, like this person that I'm on, I'm like, well, I haven't ever talked to her. Like, she actually looks like someone that I would probably really like enjoy hanging out with. I don't know why we've never spoken, but probably just because life is busy and we have a lot of friends on Facebook, right? But if she's someone that I genuinely want to build a relationship with, I'm actually going to write her name down so I can begin to get to know who she is, right? I can be more intentional about going to her page and showing her post love and getting to know who she is. If not, then just move on, right? So you get to kind of pick and choose who you want to, you know, network with, right? All right, you guys let me know if you have any questions. And Amber, did I cover? You think I covered everything? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, like, what are you going to say to her about baking?
Wish I had a
Okay.
kitchen.
What'd you say?
Wish I had a kitchen.
I would say I
Must
wish I
be
had a
nice.
kitchen, 'cause I got one right now. Okay, so I am going, let me see, I'll tell you what I'm going to say. So I'm going to look at her post and see like if it's been her birthday or anything, like why did she get this? Oh, okay. So she said, I miss my KitchenAid so much. My husband got me a new one. So I may actually ask her, because I'm kind of curious what happened to her old one. It's like, that's so great. Like, what happened to your old KitchenAid? Because she that's basically like what she's putting out there. But I actually, Amy, and it's a good question, because I do like to like authentically connect with the people I want to. So I will go back right now and I'll look at her top few posts and see maybe like, you know, she posts a lot about her kids, and she looks like she does bake. Oh, she bakes cookies. Okay. So now I see that she's a cookie baker. So I may say something about that. I may say like, oh, do you have a cookie baking business? I saw all the cookies on there. So just a little bit more investigation. Only spending that much time on her because I actually like from just what she posts on social media, she is actually somebody I would really enjoy getting to know. All right. All right, I'm gonna set the timer. Y'all unmute and ask if you have any questions.
Am I being annoying? I get stuck. So I can learn anything. I just need to learn.
Yes,
Um,
no, go ahead, tell us. It
So
helps
like this is
everybody.
Joy. She was my old neighbor. So I was like, hey Joy, hope you have a good weekend. I love the positive things you post because she always posts nice things. She said, thanks. I said, how are y'all doing? She said, doing okay. Hope you guys are. So then it's like I'm just done. Like,
No, sometimes people respond like that because like you got to think like it's 10:15 on a Friday. Like a lot of people work corporate jobs and they're
she
there and
ain't
they're
doing
just like,
nothing but sitting with her dog.
oh, okay. Well, then, well, then maybe look at her social media and see if she's posted something recently, like not, I know we're working in stories, but not in her stories, and see if you can, ask a question that would make sense to you, like that you would genuinely talk to her about. And then if she just keeps coming back with just like answering, then maybe if you want to like follow up with her, maybe go back to her social media next week and be intentional about trying to generate a conversation. But sometimes people just
Okay.
don't want to talk and then you just move on. Sometimes people don't like us happy thrivers, Yeah. We are annoying to some people, just like in general when we talk. Okay, so that is the timer. So just know that that is definitely something that you can always go back and do. You can do that also on any of the other social media platforms that you use, Instagram, anything like that. Set a timer so you don't like, get lost in your own things. But like during that time, you guys, I ran into 3 people on social media that I would really like to get to know. And so I wrote their names down. I'm going to be more intentional about connecting with them and getting to know them. And maybe it'll lead to Thrive, maybe it won't. But that's sort of a way to like always like constantly be networking with people for your business, right? Because oftentimes what happens is you'll start talking to people and then you post something on your stories or you post something on your feed and they haven't seen you either. So they're going to check out your page, right? And so then they're like, what is this that you're talking about? What do you mean? Like, you've got this. That's why we do both. We network and then we share our products and things on social media because then people ask us questions, right? And it's a lot less awkward that way. So hope that makes sense. The next
It's really
thing
about, Kelly, I was just going to add,
no,
it's
please.
about making the algorithm, the Facebook or the Instagram algorithm work for you without you having to always be like, hey, look, I want to show you this. I want to show you this. You're engaging. Facebook's like, oh, these people know each other. They talk and communicate outside of just the, regular Facebook feed. So now they're going to connect you where you're going to see more of their stuff. They're going to see more of your stuff. And it can turn into a very natural, easy, organic conversation where you were never spammy about anything. That's the beauty of doing it.
Such a good point. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right. So for the next 7 minutes, what we're going to do, and Amber and I kind of discovered this recently, and Facebook is always changing their things. So if you're watching this recorded and this isn't there, then hopefully it's somewhere. But when you look at the bottom of your app where it says feeds, it should be somewhere in the middle of like very beginning. It says feeds at the bottom. And then at the very top, it says all favorites, groups, or pages. We're going to click on the friends section. Okay. What this is showing you is out of all of your friends who posted like recently, like you should probably have one that says just now, right? You're going to see some ads here. But this is basically the same thing that we just did. These are a lot of times you're going to be like, I haven't seen that person post in forever. It's just because the algorithm, you're not hanging out with them on social media. So they don't see your stuff. You don't see theirs. So we're going to spend 7 minutes. And I'm going to teach you guys 3, 2, 1. All right. This is a very basic thing that we do a lot as a team. So I'm going to just give you an example. I see someone, actually not really sure how we're connected, but she posts a yawn is silent scream for coffee. Hello. She is begging for me to talk to her, right? Like she is like, come here and save my life. Like that's what I'm interpreting it as. But I'm going to click on her profile. And so 3, 2, 1 is when you go to someone's profile and you do 3 likes or loves. Okay. Now, again, if you go to their page, we are not telling you to be spammy or inauthentic. If you go to their page and you're like, this is not somebody I want to talk to, go out and go to the next person. But if you go there and you're like, actually, this is someone I'd really like to serve. Like you're like, if they were at a party, I'd talk to them. So I will go and I look and I will like 3 things on her post and her photos, right? Like or heart, 3 things, right? The 2 is comments. So you're gonna comment on whatever you want to, most of her recent posts, okay? Comment, like a question. Don't just do emojis, but like go and genuinely say something. Like on this, I'll be like, I used to feel that way too. And then laugh out loud. Let me know if you need my help or something like that. I'll say something. I'll type in the comments what I end up saying. But then the 1 is you're going to go to see if they have a story. Okay. So she does have a story. She has several things. I see that she actually sells, what does she sell? She sells some sort of makeup product. I don't actually know. She doesn't talk about the brand. But it looks like maybe like pharmacy or something like that. Anyways, she sells something. So I do know that she's probably like into networking and talking to people, right? So 3 likes, 2 comments, and then 1, I'm going to go to her story and I'm going to do just what we just did, which is try to generate a conversation. And most likely, since I don't know what she's selling, I'm going to ask her. We're connected through a Rachel Hollis group. So I'm actually just going to ask her, like, I'll probably ask her straight up, like, what makeup do you sell? You know, because I know that's going to generate a conversation with us. And I'm curious. I'm curious about it. So 3 likes or loves on their post, 2 comments, and 1 like direct message. The easiest way to inbox them is from their stories. If they don't have a story, then I will go into their inbox. And this is just my spin. Amber, you share your spin, but my spin is if I haven't talked to someone or I don't know how we connected, like I will just say like, if we haven't talked in a while, but I do know them, I'll be like, oh my gosh, can't believe it's been 2 years since we had like a connection, like catch me up with whatever we connected with. Like, how are you? How is your family? The other thing, if I don't know, I will just ask sometimes people. You guys, I'm like, I'm so embarrassed to ask, but how did we get connected? Because I really genuinely want to know, like, how do we know each other? And a lot of times people are like, I don't remember, Facebook probably suggested us as friends or something. So those are just some like generic ways that you can pop into someone's inbox. The other way that I will do is like if she, posted something, I will inbox her about something that she posted. Like if it's a recipe I'm interested in. A lot of times people post travel photos and I'd love to travel. So I will ask them something about like their travel, what they did. Is it kid friendly? Something along those lines. All right.
Where are we doing this? Not in stories. Where are we starting?
We're going to start on their feed.
Just the feed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to go to the feed at the bottom, the friends at the top, and then you'll start to see people that you probably never engaged with. All right. We're going to do that for 7 minutes. Y'all pop in and ask if you have any questions. I saw Sarah popped on, but she was probably lost. Go ahead.
Sorry, Kelly. Okay, so you said the feed at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So like my news feed.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
And then at the very top, do you have at the very top, it says like favorites, groups, pages, friends?
No,
What do you have?
I have live, photo.
Oh, okay. At the very, very bottom where it says feed. Do you have that?
I don't. Interesting.
Huh. Does everybody else have that?
If
Mine
she
goes
has
at the bottom.
Android, it's gonna be at the top. It's,
You have a
you click
Droid?
your little profile thing where it's got the 3 lines, you click on that and you'll see all these little things will pop up that you can click on, like memories, feeds, marketplace. So
Caroline,
if
do you
it's
have an
Android,
Android?
it's the top right.
Thank you, Amy.
That
I
helps.
never know.
I have, is it under shortcuts? Am I looking for, I'm looking for feed?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have a Droid?
No, I
An
haven't, no, iPhone.
Okay, then I'll be quiet.
Huh.
Does
Let's see here. Send
it-
me a
does it-
screenshot, Caroline, of what your Facebook looks like.
Okay, so from my homepage, okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all keep working. I'm gonna help her through this. Look on the bottom right, 3 lines where it says menu.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see when you open that?
Friends, groups, events, marketplace, videos on watch, memories, saved, pages, dating, gaming, avatars. I mean,
You don't have anything that says feeds?
mm-mm.
Okay, screenshot me that and send it to me.
Recent and favorites, recent ad activity. Okay, I'll see.
Click on the see more too and see if you see it there.
Yeah, I did.
Hmm.
I mean, it goes down even further. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, see if you have any more. Yeah, yours looks different than mine.
I'm gonna go to recent and
Well, if you don't have feed, just go to your regular home
mm-hmm.
and enter maybe like do you have if you see anything that says like recently posted, I know it used to be called that, recently posted, or anything along those lines, but if not, just go to the homepage
Oh,
and try. You found it?
I found something. It's your feed. I'll send this to you.
Okay.
See if that's it.
Yes. So click on
Feed preference.
recent. Yep.
Recent. Okay.
Yep. I don't know why it doesn't pop up. Maybe there's an update you need to do or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Cool. If you ever get stuck, you can just go to the home and just look in your normal feed. Or you can go to your friends list and look on there and see who you want to engage with.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So that time is up. So that's another income producing activity that you can do to just grow your network. The next thing that we want to do, so the whole point is now we boosted our algorithm, like Amber said, we've like got all this good stuff, like Facebook is working for us. Now we want to make sure that we have a post up or we have something in our stories or both. Okay, so one of the fun things that we do on Fridays is it is just a super easy way to share, and you can get your customers to do this too, is it's called Flex Friday, right? And you don't have to like actually flex. Like forever, I was like, I don't have any muscles. I don't want to go like flex my little, flabby arms, but you don't have to flex. It's really just the point of like just showing your DFT and maybe talking about one or two things that the product it has done for you. Okay. And so what happens is when we do this, then you can post in one of the groups and people will go and post their picture underneath yours and share something about what it's done. And what happens is people go and they don't necessarily like or anything your photo, but they look at everybody else's underneath and they're like, that person looks like me, or gosh, I need what that person said. Look, why are they all different DFTs? Like it gives them a little bit of intrigueness, right? And so when you do this on a regular basis, we usually do it on Fridays, people start to see it. And then you've just interacted with all these new people. And then you're going to put this post up. And then throughout the day, throughout the weekend, a lot of people will be posting under it. So it boosts your algorithm up. And so Amber, you have anything to add about that? It looked like you were wanting to say something. Oh, okay.
No, I was just thinking.
Oh, okay. So if you're like, hold on, because I know some of you may be thinking like, I haven't posted about this before, or what do I do? An easy, simple way to do like a first post about your DFT or a second post about your DFT is to just go on there and thank the person who introduced you to the product, right? Because some of you I know y'all are new and you're like, kind of starting your business and maybe your social media doesn't even know you're doing it. And maybe you don't even want to be like, I'm open for business yet. You're still like, hey, I love this product. Let me share it with you. And you're taking that approach in the beginning, which I think is a great approach. So you can just go on and you can say like I would thank Amber. I'd be like, thank you, Amber, so much. Like being a mom of 2 teenage and tweenage girls, like I am so grateful for this patience and that I have energy on a Friday to still like rock out this coming up weekend with all of our busy activities, like something along those lines. And it'll just be a picture of me, that was the most awkward thing for me when I first started this business was like, why are people so in love with themselves that they post themselves all the time, right? Like Amber and I used to have conversations where like, yeah, okay, we get it. You're cute. You're this, you're that. But you guys, honestly, like people want to see you. They're friends with you on social media. And yes, it's super cute. Like, if you have opportunities to take pictures with your kiddos, like when you're out and about, do it and then use them on Fridays. But as of right now, like it doesn't matter how you look if you don't have a picture, just like pop it in and just be like, hey, like this is happy Friday, Flex Friday. And we can help you write a post, but we're going to do that. For the next 7 minutes, we'll do that. And then, I know it's just, you guys, it's more of a marketing. I love that, Natalie, because I was very self-conscious about that. And I know that other people outside of our world may have that vision, but here's also the thing. They do want to see you. And if you're like, I'm not comfortable doing that, Kelly, that's cool. Just get like your photo. Like Amber posted a great photo last Friday of us on a Zoom, and she had like her shake and then she had her patch, and she just took a picture of like us working together with her patch, with her thing. That's cool. Like just take a picture of your arm, like relaxing, whatever. If you don't even want to do that, go grab a picture off of the fan page or text me and I'll send you one. But something that shows like your patch, and then you're going to just sort of talk about like, you can of course third party and say, thank you so much. Like everyone needs this in their life kind of thing. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. And the other thing that we'll do also, if you have time, is to put something on your stories. Even if it's, it's the same picture and you just put it on your stories. I did post in the newbies chat and some other chats of free shipping. You can just take that and use that and be like, hey, it's free shipping all weekend, just to have something on your stories. And maybe just type out a few things for yourself. So, Amy Ann, I have to shout you out because I've been seeing you show up your face on your stories, and that's awesome because I know that was something that you didn't do, and it's great. You guys, I will challenge you to like show up. People want to see you, and you don't have to talk about like thrive. This morning I got on and talked about like a devotion that we do every Friday morning. I've talked about it before, but a lot of people don't know we do that. Just something fun to share. And people are like, it generates conversations, just like you're generating conversations in other people's stories. They have conversations with you of things that you share. So, all right, I'm going to be quiet. You can tell I'm all thrived up this morning because I can't shut up. I got a really good night of sleep, so I'm going to be quiet. Okay, I'm gonna give everybody a few more minutes. If you need help, make sure, let me know if you need help. Make sure that you post in one of the chat groups, like the newbies chat group or whatever team chat groups you're in, and just say, hey, you can either share your post directly in there, or you can just, say, hey, I post on there. Also make sure, you guys, to make sure your post is public. It means it has a little world there, because then you don't necessarily have to be friends with everyone. You can still see each other's things. If it's just the little friend up there, then that means you have to be friends with people for them to see your stuff. So, but that's what Thrivers do. We'll go and we'll support your post. So just drop it, in one of them and say, hey, I posted a Flex Friday. If you guys will post your flex on there, when they do it for you, you reciprocate. So we'll give it like three more minutes, and then we'll go to our last thing. Okay, you guys. So for the last 7 minutes, we are going to go to our own personal page on Facebook and go to see maybe like any of the posts that you've made in the past. And go and look and see who has liked it, who has commented on it, especially the comments. One of the really good things to get in a habit of doing when you have time, you won't always have time to do this, but when you have time, is if someone comments on something of yours, go to their page and comment on something of theirs, and depending on how much time you have, respond back. Because a lot of times, it generates a conversation, and Facebook, any of the social medias, they really reward you. What they want you to do is they want you to be social, right? They want you to create and have conversations back and forth. So some of the best posts, I have a post from, gosh, it's probably almost 2 weeks ago, maybe 12 days ago, that I am still commenting on. It's from October 19th. Okay. So 9 days ago, and it has 104 comments. And every day I go back and I comment to 2 or 3 different things, right? And people are talking to each other, and it's literally about, if you didn't have a kitchen, what would you cook, right? But what's happening is other people are talking, and people are posting on there that I haven't talked to in forever. And it gives you an opportunity again to talk to people, right? That's the whole point of what we're doing on this working Zoom, is just to general network with people. And then what are they going to see? They're going to see your post of your DFT, or they're going to go in your stories and see something. So we're going to do that. Go back to your page and just engage with people who have are already engaging with you. All right.
You said a popular post that we've had.
Yeah. Or
lately,
any post, any recent
comment
post.
again.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Kelly.
Yes.
So when you are talking about the product, so it's Thrive, right? But it's by Lavelle. So what do you say? You sell Thrive or promote
Like
Thrive?
when someone asks, like just in general.
Yeah, like for instance, so this is good. Now I'm like scrolling through Facebook. So I noticed for Springfield, some ladies put together how we could all support each other in our small businesses, and to drop, and we're going to start a group. I'm like, this is amazing. Perfect timing, right?
Right.
So, but it's like, put what you sell. So I'm like, should I put, I'm promoting Thrive or the
Yes.
Lavelle brand Thrive?
Yep. I say the Thrive experience. But then I always do like a caveat and talk about what it does for people. Like, I help, like for me specifically, I help women. I even say women, even though yes, it can be used for men, but I want to work with women. So I will say, like, I help women gain energy, sleep better, reduce inflammation in their body, have mental clarity. Just a few of the things that it has personally done for me. And then I'll say, basically help you feel 15 years younger.
Okay.
Because people wake up and they're like, I don't know what Thrive is. I always think in my head, people don't wake up to join a network marketing company, but people wake up wanting to feel better every day of their life. Right. And we can help them with that. So, yes, that's how I would respond.
All right. Thanks.
Mhm. All right, you guys, I've got right at 11. I'm gonna stop the recording.